The moment Claire heard her husband say the words, she knew their marriage had crossed a line that could not be erased. 'Twas late, the kind of night where the house felt too quiet, and every sound carried weight. The clock ticked. The heater clicked on and off. And then Aaron spoke, softly, like he was afraid the walls might judge him. "I need you to say yes to something," he said. Claire did not answer right away. She sat on the edge of the bed, fingers twisted together, her mind already racing. 12 years of marriage had taught her that when Aaron spoke this carefully, it meant trouble. Not anger, not betrayal, something deeper, something hidden. What kind of something? She asked. Aaron stood by the window of their home in suburban Seattle, his reflection faint in the glass. Outside, rain slid down in thin lines. He looked older than 42 in that moment. Smaller, too. "A wish," he said. A dark one. Claire felt a chill, though the room was warm. She had fallen in love with Aaron because he was steady, kind, predictable in a way that felt safe. Dark wishes did not fit the man she married. "Talk to me," she said. He turned around slowly. His eyes were full, like he had been holding his breath for years. "I want to go back to where I came from. And I want you to be part of something that may change how you see me." Claire searched his face for signs of a joke. There were none. Only fear, only hope tangled together. They had built a good life. 2 grown kids in college, a quiet house, Sunday dinners, shared routines, the kind of marriage people described as solid. But solid things could still crack. "Why now?" she asked. Aaron sat beside her. His hands trembled. "Because I'm tired of carrying this alone. And because if I don't face it, I'll lose you anyway. Maybe not today, but slowly." Claire felt her chest tighten. She had noticed the distance, the late nights awake, the way Aaron sometimes stared into nothing. She had told herself it was age, or stress, or emptiness, sadness. "What is it you want me to say yes to?" she asked. He took a breath. "I want to return to Nova Scotia, to the town I left when I was 20. I want to confront the truth about what I did there. And I want you beside me when I do." Claire had heard almost nothing about that place. A fishing town near the coast. A father who drank. A brother who stayed behind. That was all. "You ran from something," she said. "I did," Aaron replied, "and it shaped everything I became after." Silence settled between them. Claire realized this was not just about a place, it was about a version of Aaron she had never met. "If I say yes," she said slowly, "what happens to us?" Aaron looked at her with painful honesty. "I don't know." That scared her more than any answer could have. The drive east took 3 days. Long highways, endless trees. Motels that smelled like old carpet and coffee. Claire watched Aaron change with every mile. He grew quieter. His shoulders stiffened. At night, he barely slept. On the 4th morning, they crossed into Nova Scotia. The air felt different, salt mixed with pine. The ocean appeared suddenly, wide and gray. Aaron's hometown was smaller than Claire expected. One main road, a dock, weathered houses pressed close together, like they leaned on each other to survive as they drove in. Aaron's hands tightened on the steering wheel. "I left in winter," he said. "I never came back." Claire nodded. She did not push him. She sensed the ground here was fragile. They stopped in front of an old house near the water. Peeling paint. A porch that sagged slightly in the middle. "My brother still lives here," Aaron said. Before Claire could respond, the front door opened. A man stepped out. Taller than Aaron, thicker build. "Same eyes. Didn't think you'd ever show your face," the man said. Aaron stepped out of the car. "Hello, Ben." Ben's jaw tightened. He looked past Aaron at Claire. "You bring a witness?" Claire felt her stomach twist. "I'm his wife." Ben laughed, sharp and humorless. "Figures." Inside the house, the air felt heavy with old memories, pictures on the wall, a smell of wood and sea. Ben offered no welcome. No coffee. He sat across from them like a judge. "You want forgiveness?" Ben asked. "Is that why you're here?" Aaron shook his head. "I want truth. And if forgiveness comes, it's yours to give or not." Claire watched the brothers carefully. Years of pain hung between them. She realized Aaron's dark wish was not about fixing the past, was about admitting it fully. "You left when Mom got sick," Ben said. "You promised you'd come back." "I know," Aaron said. "You never did." "I was scared," Aaron said, "and selfish." Ben stood up. "That's not enough." He walked out, slamming the door behind him. That night, Claire and Aaron stayed at a small inn near the shore. Wind rattled the windows. Waves crashed loudly, like they were arguing with the land. Claire sat on the bed, watching Aaron pace. "This is what I meant," he said. "This is the man I was." She stood and touched his arm. "You are not only that man, but he exists," Aaron said. "And I hid him from you." Claire felt a sharp ache. Love did not disappear in that moment, but it changed shape. She realized saying yes meant accepting that marriage was not just about the present. It was about every past version that still lived inside the person you loved. The next morning, Claire walked alone by the water. She wondered how many secrets a marriage could survive. She wondered if love was supposed to feel this heavy. When she returned, Aaron was holding an old envelope. "My father wrote this before he died," he said. "Ben kept it. He gave it to me this morning." Claire looked at the envelope, yellowed and worn. Aaron had not opened it yet. "Are you ready?" she asked. He shook his head, "But I have to be." As Aaron tore it open, Claire felt the future shift. Whatever was written inside would change them both, and she realized the true cost of saying yes was only beginning to reveal itself. Aaron read the letter alone at first. Claire watched his face as the words settled into him, line by line, like a slow storm. His father had written with regret, not anger. He admitted his failures. He admitted the drinking, the silence, the way he leaned on his sons without knowing how to love them well. He apologized to Aaron for pushing him away and to Ben for trapping him in a life he never chose. At the end, there was one sentence that made Aaron's hands shake. "You both deserved better than the man I was." Aaron folded the letter carefully and sat down. His eyes were wet, but his face looked lighter, like something had finally loosened inside his chest. Claire sat beside him without speaking. She knew some moments did not need words. Outside, the sea moved steadily, patient and strong. Later that day, Ben knocked on the door of the inn. He did not come inside right away. He stood awkwardly, hands in his pockets, eyes fixed on the floor. "You read it?" he said. Aaron nodded. "I did." Ben exhaled slowly. "I should have given it to you years ago. I was angry. I wanted you to hurt like I did." Aaron met his brother's eyes. "I understand." That honesty broke something open. Ben stepped inside. They talked for hours, not shouting, not blaming, just telling the truth about nights spent worrying about their mother, about choices made too early, about resentment that grew in silence. Claire listened from the corner, realizing this was the heart of the dark wish. Not pain, but release. When the sun dipped low, Ben surprised them both. He hugged Aaron, quick and rough, like he was afraid he might change his mind. "Don't disappear again," he said. "I won't," Aaron replied. The next days passed quickly. They visited old places, the school, the dock, the hill where Aaron used to sit and dream of leaving. Claire saw the young man he once was, full of hope and fear. She also saw the cost of running. It made her look at her husband with new eyes. On the fourth morning, as they packed the car, Claire found the envelope she had noticed before. The job offer from Toronto. She read it slowly. Senior position. Long term, a fresh start that clearly mattered to Aaron. He watched her read it, his face tense. "I didn't plan to hide it," he said. "I just didn't know how to tell you." Claire folded the letter and placed it on the bed. "You were afraid I'd say no." "Yes," he admitted. They sat in silence. The future stood between them, uncertain and heavy. On the drive back west, the mood shifted. Aaron was calmer, but Claire felt restless. She replayed their life together. In her mind, the routines, the comfort, the city she loved, the friends, the quiet plans she had made without realizing how fixed they were. That night, they stopped at a small motel in Quebec. Snow fell softly outside. Claire lay awake, staring at the ceiling. "If you want that job," she said quietly, "say it." Aaron turned toward her. "I want us. But I also want to stop living half a life." Her chest tightened. She respected his honesty, but respect did not erase fear. Back in Seattle, reality returned fast. Emails, laundry, familiar streets. Yet nothing felt the same. Aaron seemed more present, more open. He laughed again. He touched her hand more often. It was like the trip had given him back to her. And that made the choice harder. A week later, Aaron told her he had accepted the offer, pending her decision. "I won't go without you," he said, "but I can't pretend I don't want this." Claire walked alone that evening. The air was cold. She passed houses with warm lights and wondered how many people inside were quietly choosing between love and fear. She thought about the moment. She said yes to his dark wish. She had believed it was a single act. Favor. She now understood it. Was an opening. One that asked her to change to Dot at home. She found Aaron in the kitchen, cooking dinner like he used to when they first married. He looked hopeful and scared all at once. "I'm not angry," she said before he could speak. "I'm just learning who we are now." They talked late into the night about aging, about dreams postponed, about the kind of marriage they wanted. To be in for the rest of their lives, not perfect, just honest. Weeks passed. Claire visited Toronto alone, walked the streets, sat by the lake, imagined a life there. It felt unfamiliar but not empty. She realized love did not promise comfort. It promised growth if you let it. When she returned, Aaron waited at the airport. She hugged him tightly, breathing in the man she had chosen again and again. "I'm scared," she said. "So am I," he replied. They sold the house in spring, said goodbye to neighbors, packed memories into boxes. On the drive north, Claire watched the road unfold and felt a quiet strength rise in her chest. Saying yes to a husband's dark wish had not broken her marriage. It had stripped it down to its truth. And as the city lights of their new beginning appeared in the distance, Claire understood something clearly at last. Love was not about protecting the life you knew, Don. It was about having the courage to build a new one together.